guys, how you going? Isaiah here. I'm the host of Goose Apparel Podcast. Today we have a special guest, and he goes by the name of Kedia. I met Kedia at JD Sports, and in all honesty, that was about a year ago. And it's been a great experience up until now, man. I've learned so much about this guy. I'm grateful for meeting this guy. But yeah, that's enough about our situation. I'm going to get Kedia to talk about himself for a bit.
Hi, I'm Kedia Kedia. I'm 20 years old. I love writing. He recently actually got me modeling for his company, and I fucking love that too. So
it's cool, bro.
But yeah, pretty much. There's not a lot about to me. Like, you know, if you see me around, you know that I'm really tall and really lanky. You know, I play basketball and football in my downtime, and yeah, I write a lot actually. So yeah, that's really all about me.
That's awesome, Kedia. What actually made you get into writing? I'm aware of why you got into writing, but like explain to the audience, yeah, bro.
Yeah. Look, I'd say I wasn't the best at school. I wasn't really committed, and so like that kind of started it for me.
Yeah.
And then once my teacher told me I was really good at like the narrative side, the creative side.
The creative side, yeah.
I was just like, you know what? Let me just get better at the punctuation and whatnot, and then the storytelling would be even better. So
yeah,
I've been doing it for I'd say 5 years now.
Jeez, bro.
So like, oh man, and it's like creating something special that you know was great. There's like no better.
And it's like unique to you as well. It's
exactly,
because you can just freeball and just write what's in your mind and stuff.
It's amazing because it's like you have control over any and every situation that you make.
Yeah.
And for me, and like, so the main book that I write is my comic book. I call it Elongated Night because, you know, it's about me essentially. I'm a superhero. I stretch a lot, you know, my long arms and whatever.
Oh yeah.
But pretty much that, it was just a water story about my life, and like things have like kind of changed a little bit. But it's still within Perth. It's a little bit grounded, and towards the end, it's gonna get a little
crazy.
Yeah,
that's
but
crazy,
like, I'll save that for now. Like, I can't.
Bro, eventually it'll be dropped out. We'll promote it on Goose and we're chilling, bro.
Honestly, you'll be a Goose model, man. I'm just...
Listen, man. Do you believe writing is like a good way of you expressing yourself, like emotionally? Do you use it as as a funnel to express your emotions through writing?
Yeah, initially I did. So when I first was really seriously writing, I wouldn't even say I was writing. I had a journal that I wrote for about 3 years. And then once I stopped journaling, I was like, alright, cool. Like, I got myself together and whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start a book. And that's just how I went from there. And strength to strength, literally. And and it's just like a way to just get my creative thoughts out, you know. As simple as it is. So
that's awesome. That's pretty cool, bro. So Kedia, this is a podcast about mental health, mindset, all those kind of concepts, because I'm just trying to push some ideas out for the audience and possibly help people relate to people's stories, for example. Yeah. So maybe you expressing your story, someone else listening to it can relate to your situation and hear the positive thinking you have towards every situation you've been exposed to, you know?
Yeah.
Or how you deal with things, maybe they can implement it into their life. So I've been doing this, I've had about 5 episodes now, had some awesome guests, awesome stories come on. We're excited to hear your story. So I just wanted to get your opinion your understanding on mental health and what it is.
I think mental health, depending on who it is, it's just mental fortitude, the strength that you have. Now, because everyone goes through different things, it requires a different level of strength and resilience.
Okay.
So, like, let's say there's a couple of tragedies that happened to me in my life. Yeah. And it required different strengths of different part of my mind. Now, obviously it'll be something different to you and to the next person, but I'd say, you know, mental health is key, and if you don't put yourself in a situation, and you might find yourself in that situation, but I feel like you have to kind of like put yourself in an uncomfortable situation to see who you really are. And sometimes it can be, unfortunately, like a lot. Sometimes, you know, like the pressure will be a lot, or it'll feel relenting, but look, if you come outside of it, the tough situation, I think it's ultimately the best part, mostly.
Yeah, right. That, in all honesty, that's a great way of putting it. You killed that. Like, so essentially what you were trying to say is like you're in a, as bad as some situations might be, there's always a positive that might come out of that situation in terms of your self-development.
Yeah, pretty much. And so like I think if you can't mentally get through it on yourself, I don't ultimately there's some people that can and there's some people that can't. You always have that one main support. There'll always be that one person, I'm sure everybody has in their life.
Yeah.
You can go to and you can say, yeah, I'm going to do this and that and whatever.
Yeah.
And so there will be like, and I have like loads of them. Like, oh, I think you're one of them at this point in my life as well. My sisters, my brothers, and a few of my friends. And like, I know a lot of people, but there's not a lot of people I can call friends.
Yeah.
I know who to vent to, and you know, and I think that's important as well. Like, there's a lot of people that you might call friends. But how many can you actually tell them, like, yeah, going through something?
Talking about your actual feelings and stuff like that. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we're getting better, but our generation, even with the older generation a little bit, aren't the best in expressing their feelings.
And honestly, and that's okay, and that's why, like, for me, if, not even as a writer, for me, how I started to write was my journal. Because, like, that, you read it to yourself. You're talking to someone, but ultimately, you're the only person that's going to read it. And it's just like, and people always ask, like, you know, how do you journal? Like, what do I write? Write anything that's up here. Get it all out. And if you can't, then just time yourself, like 10 minutes or however long you want to.
Yeah.
Write everything out. And once that alarm goes off, stop. And if you want to keep going, just keep going. That's how I got everything out. And that's how I practice in terms of writing a good story, timing myself. Because you can't write, well, I believe, maybe one day I can, but you can't write out a whole book within a day. So you gotta like chop at it. It's progress, you know.
It's progress, yeah, bro. Like anything, it's progress. You just gotta keep working at it, and naturally it'll become a little bit easier each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as you were talking though, like you mentioned that like you write to express yourself. I've read a couple books where like people actually, I don't know, is it called affirmations?
Something like that.
And it's something like when people actually write what's on their mind and it helps them clear their mind.
Yeah.
So like that might be a good exercise that maybe you guys could try. Even like myself, to be honest, I don't write ever unless I'm writing for my assignments. That's the only time I ever write. So I feel like I might start journaling a little bit. I've been seeing a lot of books and like videos on the topic and stuff like that. So now that we've got your understanding on mental health and stuff like that, what, if you don't mind me asking, what have you personally struggled with mental health?
Oh man, I mean, I'm sure for a lot of people 2020 was a rough year.
Yeah, well, so 2020 was a rough year?
Yeah, I'm sure for a lot of people it was a rough year, including myself. So
wasn't that like around the COVID point?
Yeah.
Is that COVID?
Yeah, peak.
I don't think we're allowed to say COVID, but like
lockdown.
Pandemic? Yeah. I think a pandemic. That I don't even know if we're allowed to say that. YouTube might cancel me. The guy Seba, one of the podcasts, he was like, "No, you can't say that word." I was like, "Ooh, shit, shit, bro." So we might get a little cancelled for that, but I can crop it out.
But like, but yeah, like during peak lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through something and like, I didn't think I was going to make it out, but it's funny because I was still in year 12 at the time, and so I didn't want to go to camp. And like, my mum embarrassingly just dragged my ass out of the house into the car. She yelled at everyone pretty much saying like, I have to go to camp. At first it was embarrassing because I was like an hour or two, maybe 3 hours late. And they were going up north to the campsite. And by the time I got there, I was like the odd one out, so I was pretty anxious. But by the time I was like starting to settle in and whatnot, it was fun. It was like pretty much camp at that time for me. It was like a house party, a giant house party, but at a camp. I'll change the house party. You know what a bush doof is?
No, never heard of that one.
So it's like a bunch of like, it's a bunch of, it's so funny.
Bush tour, that's a new term.
Yo, no. Essentially, it's like a bunch of people going camping at a beach, and they have like a massive party, like a massive rave.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what camp felt like, a massive bush tour.
Bush tour, okay.
It sounds funny, but yeah, I was having so much fun. I remember my sister calling me, like she was checking up on me and whatnot. And I was just like, you know what? I'm losing my voice. And she's like, why? I was like, bro, because I'm having that much fun.
You're having a good time.
I'm just having a good time. It got a little bit easier dealing with what I was going through. And so, I mean, even still, when it comes to schoolwork, I wasn't the best still because it was kind of hard. But it was like the first step into like, recollecting myself. And then by the time I was in 2021, I felt like that was like my gap year. I didn't go to uni, and I still don't go to uni, by the way, guys. But I feel like that was my gap year. So like I did all the dumbest stuff a guy can do, and to like get it out of my system. And then 2022 is when I like really like honed in, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now that I have all my fun out of the way, I still have some fun on the side. But let's really smash it, you know. And so I think I made a massive progress in terms of writing my first book that year as well. And then that's when I met you, and then like, oh man, best experience ever. He thought I was gonna be like he believed that I could be a model, and I never thought about it like that.
And honestly, I believe you can still kill it. It's just about building that little portfolio, getting it out there. Like anyone watching this that know how to like help assist Kedia in becoming a model, that would be amazing to help this guy out.
But yes,
because he's got talent, he's got the height, bro. He's got the features. I reckon he's chilling. He'll be killing it, bro.
But yeah, I didn't think of myself in that capacity, and even if I did, I kind of shied away from it. But like ever since I did like my first shoot with him, I was like, you know what? I'm a new man. I'm a talented man, and I can model. So if anybody needs like, any models, hit up your boy.
This shit, Kedia, bro.
Hit up your boy.
You've got this shit, bro.
I always give my thanks to him because I met him. I became a model, so everything goes to you. You know, you're killing it.
Right, you're doing it yourself, man. I'm just here to just give that platform, assist people, build a good community. That's my overall goal for Goose. Like, I don't care about the money. I don't care about all this stuff, bro. I just want to be able to have my own coffee shop.
Amen.
I want this coffee shop. I want my own coffee shop with my apparel in there. Have a place where everyone can come talk. And I feel like the friendships I make along this journey is what's going to build the foundation of my business in the future. So I treat everyone with respect. I believe in everyone. I try to help everyone as much as I can. Because I also know how scary it is to be able to attack something. Like Goose, I was contemplating for
a long time, I bet.
Oh yeah, wow, bro. I was like, boy, like 6 months I was contemplating. I was just writing names down. Then I was like, nah. Then I was doing it, and then I was like on and off, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
at this point.
That was the first Goose tee right here. So the embroidered design, I just did a little raffle for it. And it was honestly like it was the most exciting thing I'd ever felt. Like it was just like, it was a lot of money I invested, and like I didn't get the most support in my first most support in terms of my supplier messed me around a bit, and then I was like, okay, so he let me down a bit. Standard, you gotta learn, you gotta experience this kind of stuff. But it's just like the adrenaline, the excitement that like I just did something I didn't believe I could do. Like I kid you not, maybe like 2020, I never would have assumed that I would have a business called Goose.
It's just like crazy, right?
Who thinks like that would be running
especially
a podcast?
Because it's your own project, and you did it mostly on yourself, I'm assuming.
No, no, far from it, bro. Like I've had everyone's support, everyone's like trust. I've made a lot of promises. And I feel like my promises to people is what helps me maintain my attitude towards my positive attitude toward my business. Yeah. So like, I've had days where, in all honesty, I'm overtired with uni, gym, inconsistent, and then I just fall into a dark spot, and I'm just like, what am I doing? I lose a sense of like direction, And then I just, as drag as this might sound, I think about all the promises I've generally made to people about how much I'm going to build a positive community, what I've promised my family, what I'm going to be able to provide for them in the future, and what I'm naturally, the promises I made to myself as well. I've built this into me where like I need to be at this point, whether it is in 5 years, whether it's in 10 years, whether it's in 15 years, I will have that coffee shop and I will have that apparel store in the same area. And I just imagine, I can just imagine, I can think about the full process. I'm going to have to learn a lot. I'm going to have to learn a lot of policies, all that kind of shit. But like, I'm excited for that. Like right now, it's just about me like building positive podcasts, building my brand, clothing, expanding my range and shit. Eventually, I'm going to have to get my little cafe license. That's an actual thing, you know.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, cafe license. But it's got like a barista license. It's an actual thing. Like, so I'm going to have to get my barista license sorted. I'll probably have people working with me by that point. It'll be cool to have like proper baristas. I don't want to be making everyone's coffee and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's
that's not my goal. I go just to have a cool community and stuff like that. But yeah, back to you, Kedia. So that was just a little off track. But like, I just wanna, what have you personally like struggled with in terms of like have you struggled with anxiety or what forms of depression have you experienced? Depression is a big word, or what forms of mental health issues have you struggled?
I think it's anxiety mostly. I might not show it a lot of times, but I'm a really anxious person, right? So like in terms of like me writing, I hate it when someone's over my shoulder. If I get any sense that someone is watching me write, I hate it because I don't like being watched while I'm making something great. I like to just peekaboo, amazing,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's mostly it. Anxiety. I overthink a lot of stuff,
Does it, besides writing, does it apply to everywhere in the rest of your life as well? Besides just like your writing?
Or, no, I don't think so. I think it's just writing, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I constantly look over my shoulder, but that's just me checking if anything's going to go down, what can I do, that type of situation. But I'm not really, I used to be really anxious, but now I'm just mellow.
It's kind of, it is what it is, kind of.
Yeah.
And that's a good mentality to have. So you don't struggle with what will other people think of you and stuff like that. You're not too caring about those kind of things.
No, that does bother me a lot, and that bothers me because I write a comic book, and to an extent, I want to get someone who's not into comic books into comic books. So with that, I'm always thinking, okay, what's the perfect length? How much action? I need the engagement as well. In terms of my personal life, yes, as well.
Yeah.
So I do think I'm a very conscious person. If I go through the shop sometimes, I'll think twice if I'm wearing shorts, because I know I have skinny ankles, and I've caught a lot of people looking at my skinny ankles. It kind of puts me off, but
so a little bit of insecurity.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm really just chilling, honestly.
You're chilling, bro.
I'm just chilling,
that,
man.
I feel like you're giving your honesty, bro. I respect that, man. So we'll probably step more into the mindset for this podcast. Then you're chilling in terms of mindset. Before we do, what are 5 ways you believe you could recommend to the audience in which they can help improve their mental mindset? It's a recommendation. It's not a forceful thing. You don't have to do it. It's just how Kedia has dealt with his situations. What would you recommend to them?
Okay, so for me, I love football, as you know. I'm a massive football fanatic. So I love to watch my team, Manchester City. Now, whatever you do, I don't care. We want to treble, so just suck it, alright? But I love watching I love watching Erling Haaland score goals. So he's my favorite player to watch. So
Yeah.
anytime I'm like ever feeling like sad or something, lost, if I don't have enough objectives, I just watch Erling Haaland just scoring goals, and it's just like, alright, cool, that's all I need. Funny,
bro.
Yeah, just watch anything like funny. It'll get you going to like get yourself out of that mindset.
So embrace like fun activities to take your mind off things.
Get your mind off things, you know. For me, I played sports, as I said before. I played basketball, played football, soccer. So I like to practice on my own, because the more that I practice on my own, I start to focus on the technique and I mellow out, and then I realize, okay, cool. And then once I'm done, I get back to, or I have an idea of what I can do to help myself in this situation. You know?
Okay.
Writing, as I said before, I think reading as well, or audible, listening to something that will, you know, calm you down or make you laugh.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So essentially what I do, I watch anime.
Yeah.
I love my anime, I read my manga. That's a good little like temporary relief.
Yeah.
From society
just to get
tension around the world.
Yeah.
Like every Sunday, I have like 3 chapters, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
All these animes drop on the same Sunday. I watch them all. And I have the best sleep in my life. It comes out at 12 o'clock. That's like the one night I stay till like 12 o'clock. I binge my manga and then I just go to sleep.
Yeah, and you sleep happy.
Yeah.
You really do. You really sleep happy. But,
so embrace fun activities to take your mind off one. Yeah, that's one. What's another one you would recommend?
5 is a lot, you know. Because
let's go cheeky 3 then. A cheeky 3.
Yeah. So doing fun things. I used to meditate.
Meditation, okay.
Meditate is like nice, you know. It's pretty cool. It's just like it's you on your own, you and your thoughts.
Yeah.
So just have a nice pose, deep breaths, exhale, you're chilling.
Okay, so a little meditation. How long do you usually do that for?
I used to do it for half an hour to 15. No, half an hour to 45. Sorry. Yeah.
Half an hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah. And then
do you do it outside or like this in your bedroom and stuff like that?
In my bedroom. I do a lot of stuff in my bedroom. I like the privacy in my own space and whatnot.
Yeah, I respect that, bro. I love my bedroom too, bro.
I love it too much. I can't. Yeah, no, I can't. I don't like doing stuff outside.
Yeah, it might vary for some people. So like sometimes you might want to do it outside.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you might want to do it in your bedroom. Do it wherever you feel most peaceful. Yeah. Just
wherever you're comfortable.
Literally,
whatever just like gets you nice and chill.
Literally.
What's
another one?
Third one. Honestly, just do something that is objective related. So you know, like, let's say doing Lego. You know, you're building something. It'll take your mind off things, or have like something that is a hobby that you can take your mind off.
Okay.
So for me, I like cars, so I'm gonna get myself a really wacky car, and then just work on it. Just learn on your own.
Yeah.
Just fuck around and find
out. You gotta be careful with that shit though.
Yeah, 100%.
Mechanic's not something you want to do on your own, bro.
I know people, so they can help me.
YouTube videos go on, bro.
No, but like, you know, just get your hands a little bit dirty, or not dirty physically or whatever, but like get something that you're hands on with, and then it will take your mind off things, you know.
Yeah, like problem solving task or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. I never thought of that one. I've never done problem solving tasks.
Yeah,
I feel like my problem solving motherfucking assignments. I get to know, but I do understand what the fucking teachers are trying to say.
It's just like they say one thing.
I'm just like, this is problem solving, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because it's just you don't think about it. If you're doing a puzzle, you just think about, okay, what piece goes where, and then like you can't think about two things at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
that's good, bro. So like a problem solving task, meditation, and a fun activity that naturally would take your mind off things is what Kedia recommends to possibly assist you in taking your mind off bad mental space or something like that. Now we'll go into mindset. We're going to go into the mindset concept. Positive thinking. Okay? So, I feel like naturally what's gotten me to this point, or an aspect that's gotten me to this point, is positive thinking. Okay? So, for example, my very first batch, I bought the t-shirts. I put a decent amount of money down for first investment into a business.
Yeah.
And the sales didn't go as expected. And I was a bit disheartened. Like, I was like, oh, damn, that's fit.
Shame.
That's a bit of a disappointment. But, like, I looked down on myself for a bit, but then I had a little epiphany. And I was just like, all those books I've read talking about constant failures and the risks they've taken and all that kind of stuff. As cliche as it is, it's necessary to experience failures because it's going to mold you into the man or woman you're supposed to be in the future.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to build a business, all this kind of stuff, take any sort of risk, start a podcast, start going to the gym, anything like it. That initial first step is scary. And if you get a failure out of that step, you're most likely going to retreat from it.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you guys to just continue pushing. Because there's so many benefits that are going to constantly come out of the fact that you've tried new things. And your mindset's going to shift. Once you've taken that initial step and once you've experienced that hardship in terms of like whatever you're doing.
Yeah, it gets easier.
It gets easier and then it's just like, it gets more enjoyable. Then you accept the disadvantages a lot easier and nothing really affects you after that. Yeah. Like, honestly, like with business, like if I don't sell that well, I don't really care anymore, bro. It's like, okay, now I will create a less teams in this batch. Or touch wood, my sales have been going good from this point. I'm grateful for everyone. But it's just an example from what I've experienced in the past. Yeah. If sales don't, or for example, if something doesn't go the way you planned it, doesn't mean you have to quit on it and run away. Keep pushing because naturally, if you've already taken that first step, it's obviously something you desire and something you want to achieve. So I'm telling you to just follow through. What's your understanding of that, and like how do you apply positive thinking into your life?
Well, I think writing, I always knew that I was pretty decent, like in terms of the idea.
Yeah.
It's just the punctuation and the grammar that lets me down.
Yeah.
So it was quite daunting to let someone read it. Like, I'd read it for them, but I wouldn't let them have a copy and read it. Besides one person, I think, maybe. But, I just, like, it's just, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna fail. It's inevitable. Yeah. And it's just about how, like, you bounce back, honestly. Like, it's just, it is what it is. If you don't, like, you don't become, like, perfect or the best, like that. It's, take time, you have to chomp at the bit. Sometimes it requires a lot of effort, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. But as long as you're consistent, and you'll get to that spot. And so that's why I'm, like, at first I used to be a little bit disheartened when someone didn't dislike something that I did in terms of, like, critiquing me properly. I used to not like it, but now it's just, like, if someone really likes it too much and there's no feedback, like saying what I could have done better, that is what I don't like. Because if it's that good, then one, you're either lying, or two, I should be like a billionaire, or it should be really, really like popular and like, you know, just the best. So don't get cocky. Yeah. Always understand there's room for improvement. Exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing that I carry with me. So like, if anyone or if I'm giving my book, let's say to you, I'll tell you, I don't care about the good stuff. Tell me about the bad stuff so I can improve on that. And so we'll go from there. And then if you want, and then if there's good stuff that you like, obviously tell me. But I'm not pressed about it if there's not a lot of things you like. I'm also concerned about the feedback that you give me and what I can do better. You want positive feedback because realistically, if your friend is telling you did a good job when you haven't done a good job, that's how are you going to improve and become better? But like, I'm not super fixated on the positive feedback. I'm more keen on the negative, like what I can do. Yeah, man, that's awesome, bro. Like, no, like people like want that negative
or honesty. Not a lot of people want that honesty.
Yeah, because I don't, like, if you're my friend, how can you say something's good when you don't like something that I did? It just doesn't correlate.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 3, so...
Yeah.
That's what I was...
That's a good way of putting it, bro. Like, so positive thinking is, in honesty, just bouncing back. That's your way of just bounce back from the negatives and go
Just
attack it again. Whether you need a little readjustment time, whether like a little healing time, take a day off or something in between, just to fully process whether you want to follow it through. But most of the time, if you give it that day, think about it properly, actually apply some time to thinking about it, you will want to continue and you will want to continually want to grow.
Yeah. Just allow yourself to fail, pretty much. Because it's gonna happen.
Just fail, bro.
It's gonna happen. So you want to get it out of the way first. And then you'll start like, okay, cool. I failed once. I'm gonna fail again.
Yeah.
And it'll continually happen. Just you gotta learn from it.
It's just gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
It's
it's inevitable. Literally, it's just it's part of life.
Bro.
If you don't fail, then you won't learn, and you can't get better.
Yeah, literally.
So
just like I failed to get into the next society, bro. I booked it too late.
It is calm.
As much I want to go there, bro. Like it's booked out, bro. I applied straight after the second. 2 days after, it was already booked out, bro. I was like, damn, man.
It is. But that's just it's just how it is. Like you can't. Shit just can't always go your way. And if it did, it's boring.
Bro.
Absolutely, it's hard.
Literally. Thrift Society was amazing, by the way.
It was lovely.
It was amazing. We had
if this guy does it again, you have to come along, guys.
You have to come this time. It was actually awesome. We were right near the DJ. Shout out to Thrift Society for giving me that spot, bro. It was awesome to
Absolutely.
it was amazing. It was a great experience. It was cool to own your own store.
And just people coming, just flocking to it. It's amazing.
It's so excited talking to people, actually interacting with people. Unlike JD, it's kind of just like you're a robot now. You just,
hi, how are you?
I'm doing what it was good in your shoe. But I actually had some passion to sell these products, be able to talk to people about my story and stuff.
Everyone having a smile on their face. It's just
bro. It was a great time.
Such a good time.
That was amazing. I'll never forget that day.
It was so cool.
Another topic I want to talk about was mindset shifts for success. Okay, so we're going over this mindset thing because lately myself, I've been struggling with my mindset and being a bit more time managed and then unorganized, So I've been a bit more unorganized for this period of time. And then I flew off. I fell off my podcast for a bit. Disappointed in myself and stuff. But then at this point in time, I was at uni and I was just thinking, if I just get my uni organized and then I'll have a lot more freedom with Goose and stuff like that. So this was around the point of Thrift Society and uni was hectic. I just smashed out. I was dedicating whole nights to studying. So a full week, I wasn't leaving my bedroom unless I was going to JD. And I was just putting in that work, studying. And then I organized myself. And I felt like that shifted me back into a good mindset again. So I was experiencing a bad mindset. And then it was just I shifted myself back into a good mindset after I got all my study done. I feel like as a human being, naturally your mindset is going to constantly be shifting. You're going to fall into bad habits again. You're going to fall into good habits again. You're going to fall bad. But just like I mentioned in a lot of my old podcasts, is being self-aware that you're not doing the best you can do.
Yeah.
So self-awareness has
a lot.
Boy, it's such a big thing for me. I know when I'm being a dickhead. I know when I'm not organized. It's just I feel like this is something everyone needs to focus on.
Yeah, and learn.
Not even skills and stuff. I feel like once you become self-aware, naturally everything in your life is going to improve.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. If you know that you're not doing the best and you're honest with it, for example, me and my mate Luke, I go to JD. when my car messed up as well at that period of time, so it was costing me a lot of money. I went to work and I was like, skipping gym. And I was just like, and he was like, I was like, oh no, he asked me, how is gym going? And I was like, it's going shit, bro. Yeah. I haven't been training. I was honest with myself, bro. I'm not going to say, I'm doing good, I'm feeling strong. It's just like, I was just honest with the situation. And then now, in honesty, I tell people all the time, everyone that asks, how's the gym going? Shit. Shit. I'm definitely not doing the best I can, bro. It's terrible right now. How's uni going? Shit. Yep. How's Goose going? Unorganized, bro. Shit. Like, it's just like being honest with it and then just knowing that you need to improve. Whether you need to embrace a couple of lazy days, do what you got to do, but make sure you get back in those good habits again and aware that you're doing bad.
And see, and I think you got pretty much everything covered. Even with me, like, especially when I'm writing, obviously I'll have days where I don't want to write. But I still put the time in, even if I write for 5 minutes, because then it gets me motivated. Because if I get going for that 5 minutes, I'm like, shit. That's all I need. So, like, sometimes you gotta, like, manage what you're doing and, like, correctly, like, organize, okay. So if I'm going to work from, let's say, 6:30 to 4, come back home, I'll dedicate 5 minutes either to playing games or like really schedule out what you're gonna do after work, before work. Yeah. So, best example, after work, 5 minutes of just writing. Now, after that 5 minutes, it can either go up to an hour or 2, or it could just stay 5 minutes because that's all I need to write. I'm then not gonna get into other things. Also, I think for me personally, I'm always disorganized because my room is disorganized. And I've noticed that about myself.
Oh, really?
So, anywhere I'm going, I have to literally, before I leave the house, even if I'm coming to see you at JD or if I'm going to do like any of my other stuff that I have to do, I have to leave the room clean. If I leave the room clean, then it's just like, okay, I'm self-aware, now I know where like stuff is and whatever, and just in case I have to come back to get it to leave, I know where everything is.
It's convenient.
Yeah. Especially with going out. I can't leave the house like going clubbing and like my room's a mess because then I have to clean it up before I go to sleep, and that kind of annoys me. So if you have to clean something or organize something to keep yourself organized in your life, I'm telling you, that's my suggestion. Even with my brother's car, like I myself don't have a car. But I always clean my brother's car just because it makes me feel organized, Yeah. So you got to do things that will just make you feel like, okay, look, I'm sorted. Now I can move on to the next thing, or I can, delegate my time properly. That's what I would say.
I'll respect that one. That one that is straight up honest.
Because like, I can say I'm clean, but if I go home and I see like a fucking mess, I'm not clean, obviously.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm very self-aware as well, because like, not to the extent of like, well, I am honest with myself and other people, but I'm more self-aware about like how I smell and how I look. That's just the number one thing. I don't want to be very smelly at all. I don't like that. Because a lot of people don't tend to tell you. So, first thing I do, lotion and then cologne. That's it. I know what cologne I'm wearing. I won't tell you guys, but I know what cologne I'm wearing. Bang, bang.
I know what cologne you're wearing, bro.
But like pretty much, just be self-aware to the point where it's just like, okay, look, I need to do this, bang, bang, and make sure you delegate the proper amount of time that you need for it. And if you need more time, obviously delegate more. If you need less, vice versa,
I feel like, so that's a good one actually, like initiating a small task to like start a good day.
Yeah,
and start off a good day, because like even I've talked in other podcasts as well, just setting your bed in the morning straight away. As soon as you get out, shake the sheets up, smash the pillows together, like you see in the movies, lay your blanket out, open your window, vacuum your floor, bro. It's a quick fucking vacuum. Honestly, and then I feel good already. And then like sometimes I might feel a little crazy, feel a little naughty, clean the dishes in the morning. But then like lately I've also been implementing like a little bit of a 15 to 10 minute like sun period. Where in the morning before I start on any stuff, I just whip out my phone, I go out in the sun.
Just relax.
I kick back there with YouTube videos, I do little TikToks. I deleted TikTok, but like, I watch a lot of like fucking Instagram reels.
Reels,
I've
yeah.
been on those reels, bro.
Those reels are dangerous.
It's deadly, but I took a tip from Seva and I set an alarm now.
Oh, okay.
So 15 minutes. So when I'm out there, I set an alarm for 15 minutes and then I just go from there. And once it beats it, just wipe this shit off, bro. As much as I want to continue like watching those reels, get it out of there, man.
Yeah.
But that was a very good suggestion, actually.
Yeah, no, because like for me, like again, like with me, I have a lot of shoes, right? So, and especially because like I'm always switching which shoe to wear, with what outfit. So that is the most like the main thing. Clearing my headboard on my bed, just turning off the light sometimes because the light doesn't need to be on.
Yeah.
As well, especially for my desk. Cleaning my desks and just cleaning the floor in my room because like that has I have a lot of shoes. And it just gets scattered everywhere. Because, like, I'm like, you know, I should wear this, or maybe I should wear the Jordans or whatever. But, you know, just doing those things, and it's just like, yeah, everything's sick.
That's awesome, bro.
It makes me feel just that much better and productive.
It really does. And I feel like you guys should actually give it a little try. If you're not doing it already, I believe a lot of people, these would be considered normal things for you.
Yeah, well,
like, it's something that definitely helps me, bro. Like, it helps me a lot.
You'd be surprised,
honestly. But give it a little try, see how it goes. So there was mindset and creativity. Okay, so that's a pretty cool topic. I feel like you would use that a lot in your writing.
Well,
I use it a lot in Goose.
Yeah.
Embracing your creative mindset. So essentially, like, Goose, for example, is so random.
Yeah. Okay. Quick story. Quick story. So when I first met Isaiah JD, he told me about his company. I was just like, Goose. Yeah, it's a bit interesting. You know, not gonna lie.
That's cool, bro.
I thought it was just a bit Goose and not something else. But now Goose, it just works. It works.
It's the story, like
it'll get there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. It's the story built behind your brand. That's what molds your brand into the thing. And initially, if you see the word Goose on the clothing brand,
it's just like, interesting.
What's on with this guy, bro?
But that's it's still cool because it's like it comes off the top of your head and but like it's alright if you're not creative. I think you gotta be creative in a different way.
I feel like everyone's creative. It's just more figuring out what you're creative in doing. Like it's just like everyone obviously is better at some tasks than others. Yeah. Everyone specializes in some specific things. I'm terrible at math.
Oh yeah.
I'm terrible at that shit. But I feel like writing, I'm actually fairly decent in like my uni assignments. I'm good, but then even writing, I wouldn't say I'm specialized in. I'm specialized in like I love marketing.
Oh yeah.
I enjoy marketing. I enjoy like learning new things and like in trying new things in like marketing and stuff like that. That's something I can use my creative ideas in. Implement my creative ideas in. Some people just got to find their way to implement. Some are content creators. Some are influencers. Some are writers.
Yeah.
Some are business creators. Some gym people.
Yep.
Like at the end of the day, you just got to find out what you want to apply your creativity to, and then from there you actually dedicate some time to using your creativity and your mind. Yeah. And naturally it'll eventually mold into something.
Pretty much, honestly, everything he nailed. But for me, creativity is just whatever I have here, just jot it down.
Yeah.
Your ideas are not gonna come back, ever, and they're not coming back.
Yeah, they're just constantly in and out, bro.
So, if I'm bored, like, I just jot down stuff on my book, and just work from there, and then just see how I can change it, or really just what's the word for? Rework the status quo or the idea all the time. For me, I think telling a story is about asking questions for the audience. What happens in this situation with this character, and so on and so on. So for me, it's just picking out like all the stuff that I like from when I read comics and when I watch TV shows, and then just reworking it into something that's a little bit like modern day, something that you'll see every day because like my book is from like happening in Perth, albeit there's some like few changes. It's like something that you'll see in Perth and something that everybody can relate to because like all the comic books, all the good ones, all pretty much based in America or like elsewhere.
Yeah.
So like
you wouldn't think of a comic book in Perth.
In Perth, it's just like
it's something that will catch people off guard too.
Yeah, and so like I wanted to make that like authentic as well because like I don't live in New York, so I don't really want to write about it.
Yeah.
As opposed to like I live in Ellenbrook, so I can write about what happens in Ellenbrook and so on.
Yeah.
So like I can really paint that picture for the audience. So that's what I love about creativity. You can paint a picture about a story or even just like how you're doing in life. And it doesn't even just stop at writing, It could be, gym. Some people are like artistic in terms of like them working on cars and like how they have modified. There's community for that. Yeah. So just like find your community, find the thing that gets you going, and albeit you can learn or like if something catches your eye, obviously take the time to be curious and just be like, alright, cool, that seems interesting, but I want to know more, See where your curious mind takes you, because with me, I was just curious and about writing. I was like, you know what, I'm good at the creative side. So what about the English? Can I get that like spot on? And it's not spot on now, but it'll get there. It'll really get there. And once it does, I'll be over the moon. Once it's out in the world and everybody can pick up a comic book that they can be like, wow, this happened around the corner from the house, like it's it'd be cool.
It'd be awesome for like the birthmark and stuff. Even like for people like not really aware of Australia. I feel like Australia is so like off the map.
Especially
people like know us just for kangaroos and stuff like that, bro. But like there's so much more going on here, bro. We're all people in here with like goals, aspirations. 100%. America's portrayed as like that country where
just the one.
It's the one. It's like everyone there is like in the minds. But like, bro, there's other countries around here where people with exact same mindset, pushing themselves every day, and just constantly wanting to grow. It's good that you're bringing that kind of culture over to Perth. I respect that.
But like, I really just got this when I was like young. I always liked watching superheroes. So like, I'm a superhero fanatic. Yeah. So I just one day I was watching. I think it was Superman and Lois. Yeah, I was watching that TV show. I was like, I reckon I could write up an episode. And then from there, just bang. Just made it happen, honestly. And that's just how it is, really.
Yeah, dumb, bro. That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
I respect that shit.
But I think it starts like, everyone has ideas and it just starts with you being curious and wanting to learn. Or wanting to take the time to just see what it has to offer.
What you can take from it.
Yeah.
Like whether you actually follow through with it or not, like in terms of like, because in life you're gonna come across so many things. You're gonna come across one thing that you like, and you're gonna come across another thing that might actually be a little bit better than that. So I might put a bit more time to that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's pretty cool too. I might go over that one.
Yeah.
But eventually you'll get to a point where you just like you find one thing and you just correlate with that one thing so much.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you just don't want to stop. But you gotta let yourself be exposed to all these different things to be able to find that one thing that you desire. And that one thing is eventually gonna be your end goal.
Yeah. And once you start that journey, I feel like it's just you can only take yourself up. You really can't go backwards. That's just how I see it. Like with my book, I don't think I can go backwards. I know that if it happens, it happens. But I don't think I can go backwards. I think I can only go upwards from here.
Realistically, how can you go backwards? There's no way. Like that's what I'm like. I want people to know. Like, if you try something and you fail, it's not like
it's not the end of the world.
You've learned something new. You've actually taken a step forward.
Yeah.
You've made yourself aware that you possibly don't want to do something, or maybe you don't have the fundings for this, so you got to wait until you can build the fundings to support that.
Yeah.
Or like you want to do something else. You're not solely interested in that, or you lost a passion for something and you want to do something else. Like, but you're just naturally, if you're constantly attacking new tasks and putting yourself under pressure, you're only going to improve.
Really? Because you actually can't go backwards. Literally. Figuratively and literally, you can't go backwards. If the more you expose yourself to like situations where you're uncomfortable, you're literally you're just adding layers to yourself, honestly.
You're just constantly like improving.
It's a cool thing.
Whether if you fail, you've improved.
Exactly.
Now you know something not to do.
Yeah. It's sick as it's phenomenal.
I experience things.
Yeah, I can't emphasize it enough. Like you gotta let your mind be curious. If you have a question about something, you just go for it.
Do it.
Literally, there's nothing that stops.
That's like any business, any like successful business, like
anything
at all. Like it's just like I feel like, for example, for society that started off as a small. Like I was aware of them for a while. They started off as a small little event at Maribuka.
Yeah.
Then you got like a brand like Privacy Co. Like a brand, he told me that he started about 5 years ago. Now he's on like 35,000 followers or something like that.
And he's like,
you got the Kit Dealer. These are all like, he's on like 11,000, but he started like 3 years ago or something like that. It's just like they expose themselves to the environment, they follow their dreams, and they are where they are now.
Yeah.
They've achieved what they have now. That's because they've stayed consistent, they've learned in the process, and they've networked, they've done all this stuff, and they have stores.
Yeah, it's paying off now.
They have fucking stores in the city, per se, it's CBD. You know how crazy that is?
It's next to each other.
That's amazing, bro. You're aware of the brands?
Yeah, they're next to each other. It's so cool.
Like, now they're close friends, and naturally they're surrounded by awesome people now. Like, a lot. The, like, Privacy guy, like, somewhat, like, he's actually a very cool guy. I haven't actually met him before. The guy's name's Brian.
Oh, okay.
Whole cool guy. Talking to him, he's down to earth, he's honest. I respect that about him. I haven't talked to the kit dealer guy yet. I haven't met him before. But
yeah,
I can only assume that he's in a good mindset. He's very like-minded. But it's cool because they've kind of sparked that business atmosphere into Perth. I feel like they would have helped inspire a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot.
If you think Perth is such a small place, and they're kind of somewhat putting Perth on the market. Like, in their like eyes of people, like they're making it open. It's just cool. I respect what they've done. I will definitely get up there eventually. I'd say for a couple of years we'll be there.
Yeah. Definitely.
But that's pretty much about it, bro. We hear about every topic there.
Yeah.
Like I felt like we got a decent amount of value from that. We covered mindset, we covered mental health, we covered your experiences, your understanding of it.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, well, what's something you want to talk about?
So if you had to make your shop in any country in the world, where would it be? Other than Australia. I'm talking about like a massive store, like
I'm fairly big as well already.
Yeah.
Dubai.
That's fair.
Tax free. Tax free.
That's
standard, bro. Tax free business area.
That's fair.
Avoid the tax, get them more money, bro. Because there's probably other ways they get their money, but like I only know that they're tax free.
Tax free, and it's just like GG's bring it all in.
I take all that money, bro. Take all that money.
Yeah, but see the thing is, like even with me, like I remember I don't imagine when I first started writing. I'd imagine my character interacting with like DC and Marvel. And I was thinking about it, I was like,
that'd be awesome.
If I was to write a book, I want it to be in DC because my favorite superhero is Superman. So I feel like Superman and Elongated Knight, that's my character's name. That would be like sick.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be sick. But I feel like my character will have a thing for Miss Marvel in the Marvel universe. So
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, that's...
Possibly, bro.
I feel like that's something. But...
Use your mind, bro.
Yeah.
Achieve anything in the comics, bro.
But, no, I always thought, I was like, okay, if I wanted a character, if I made a character today, and DC and Marvel gave me an option, or even the other one, Robert Kirkman, he wrote, I think, Walking Dead.
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Something like that. The Walking Dead and Invincible. I think he's part of like...
Invincible is amazing.
It is.
That's a good show, bro.
Oh, I was banging. He's putting you on, guys. It's an amazing show.
Yeah.
Season 2 is coming out like November.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
Prime. It's on Prime, by the way.
Woo! It's gonna be so
Surely
good.
they sponsor us. That'll be good.
But yeah, just maybe naturally being curious. I was like, if I wanted to be DC or Marvel, I think I'd have to go DC because, like, just the thought of a stretchy character teaming up with Superman.
That is a stretchy character.
Yeah, my character.
What's that guy? What's the guy's name?
What? Is it Mr. Plastic?
Mr. Plastic, yeah.
I love Mr. Plastic. Yeah, no, my character's kind of based on him, but like black pseudo.
Yeah, you know he's actually
Australia.
OP as fuck. He beat Superman.
Yeah, of course. He's you know.
He can literally
Like,
stretch like around the earth and stuff like that. He's like
super cool.
It was crazy.
He's an underrated character in my opinion.
That was pretty cool.
I like see like something like that, you know, just thinking creatively and just
that's
cool. Like but I always wanted a movie to write one, so hopefully in my lifetime I get to write a movie.
Yeah,
I think that'd be super cool.
That'd be awesome, bro.
That'd be super cool.
That'd be killer, bro. Get a videographer, get a script going, bro. That'd be awesome.
But yeah, I think just put yourself in like different positions. Maybe it's because I came back from my holiday in South Sudan and I was just like, it put some things in perspective properly and just like, okay, look, I want to try this and do that and you know.
Just do it, bro. That's what we can really say is just do it. Use your mind.
Yeah, just put
obviously, realistically, you got to calculate things and stuff. But for the time being, just like
let it run.
Let it run. Go wild, bro. Yeah. Go wild. Just do shit.
That'd be crazy.
Speaking of using creativity, though, my next series I want to do is I love anime.
Oh,
I love anime. Okay, so like One Piece is my favorite anime. Everyone has a different escapes for their. Back in the day, like I used that as a big escape. Anime was a big escape from reality for me. And One Piece specifically,
it just had your chokehold.
Helped my mindset, bro. In honesty, like just seeing. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil stuff for people, but just like how far it's come and like as much as it's a fake cartoon, it's like I'm 23 years old, I'm watching this shit, but like it's something that's constantly inspired me. Luffy is stretchy, by the way.
He is stretchy.
But that's his actual ability. But I just want to bring that. But I want to do. I don't know how it works with the copyright issues and stuff. But I want to work around. I want to try to get Goose with the Straw Hat Crew on a T-shirt. With the Goring Mary. So I want the original crew.
That would be mean.
On the front thing with the Goose, and he's got like. I don't know. He can be like I think there's about 9 members right now. He can be considered the 10th Straw Hat member on the ship. That would be pretty awesome. I really want to do at least a one-off design for that because One Piece means so much to me, and it's always helped my mindset a lot for sure.
Has it made you feel like young again? If that makes sense.
I reckon it gives me a sense of like being young again.
Yeah.
I definitely do miss being young that's for way, like 100%, bro.
Because I feel like
so much easier, bro.
That's true. Well, I mean, I feel like personally, it's alright to someone should have something that can make them feel young again. And like with me, I think Avatar: The Last Airbender. That show.
Young. That show. Thinking about it with the new show, bro. I never like tried really watching it. Apparently, it was an amazing anime. But like that was when I was like. I was binging One Piece for like I think it took me like 2 years to like fucking get to where I am right now.
That is the dedication.
Bro, it's like 1,300 episodes.
The dedication.
I stopped watching the anime after like I got up to date with it, and I'm up to date with the manga. I started reading the manga because I finished the anime. So I'm up to date with the manga with that. But it's amazing, bro. And I feel like, in all honesty, it's what gave me that creative
edge.
That creativeness in my head. Yeah. Anime in general. There's so many animes I love. I watched Jujutsu Kaisen. I watched Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. All these things have made me the creative person I am today. It has molded me into the person. My family has helped my mindset, and then my friends have supported me and have also support. Like, everything around me has molded me into the man I am today. My experiences, everything. And I feel like it's the same for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I
just love watching. I love watching things that make me want to do things.
Yeah.
It's just the best feeling ever, honestly. Especially if I watch a good movie, then I'm just like, cool. That's good. I'm gonna go home. I'm kind of competitive in that way. I'll think to myself like, that's good, but I can do something better, and just wait. Just give me time to just like prep it, get it amazing, and once it's out, everyone will be flocking to it. So I love doing that. I think for me, if you've seen Avatar, you know Zuko, amazing. That character development.
The flame guy?
Yeah.
There's the flame one with the scar, huh?
Yeah. Oh, his character development is probably one of the best.
Did he end up becoming like a cool guy? Like he was chill after a while? Or did he become completely evil?
No, he was evil.
I think then he became better.
Yeah, then he became like self-aware.
I think he actually got a lot stronger from becoming self-aware. So now we're getting a little nerdy now. But
just watching things that'll make you like want to do things is like a key.
Yeah, bro. For sure. Like, not constantly. Like, obviously watching fun shows and shit, but I feel like watching cool stuff. Like, just the other day I watched like a show called Mr. Robot. It's a whole conspiracy thing.
Is it like the one with what's his name, like Rami Malek or something like that?
Big eyes. Yeah. It was good so far, bro. But now we're also getting off topic. To be honest, we pretty much achieved everything we needed to get out of this podcast. This is my first podcast back. I thought I'd bring Kedia. I need to start rolling them again. I'll be a bit more organized each and every time.
Hey, look, it takes time.
I fell off big time. I'm sorry for not being able to provide as much content, guys. But now that uni's all organized, my life's all organized, I'm ready to go. I just want to thank Kedia, in all honesty,
it's all good.
For coming on, bro. It was awesome to hear your story and all the solutions you provided to help these viewers. I love you, brother.
Nah, it's calm.
It was awesome meeting you. Awesome having you as like a good mate, and like meeting at JD and shit. I felt like in some way it was actually destiny for me to actually meet people like you.
Yeah, no, it's likewise, honestly.
My brother's done nothing but support my business through the whole process. So like, as soon as I told him about my business, he was like, "I'll find a t-shirt." Now he's on a podcast. He's come to my Thrift Society stores. Shout out to his brother Shogi for supporting the business as well. Like, I'm grateful for everyone that has supported. Thank you to everyone that attended Thrift Society and bought a tee. We sold 60 tees, by the way, which is insane. It was an amazing experience. There's 60 more gooses out there, bro.
And plus new followers too.
Yeah, we got like 50 new followers from that. Like, thank you to everyone, in all honesty. Like, I'm grateful for you all. Hopefully you guys continue supporting. It'll be amazing to have you along the journey. Yeah. Soon I'll have that coffee shop, and we'll all be meeting at the coffee shop, bro.
Oh, my book will definitely be at the coffee shop, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It'll definitely be
straight up, literally.
It'll definitely be there.
We're lined up under the Goose
Tea. It's just like that. Sponsored by Goose.
Sponsored by Goose, bro.
In all honesty, thank you, though, because like if you didn't put that belief that I could, do what I do, it likewise, it goes both ways. So like, obviously, I appreciate you, and what you're doing is really good, bro. It's like amazing. It's amazing. My bad. But like what you're doing is like amazing, and it inspires me to do what I do. So like, if you didn't believe that I could be a model, I don't think this would happen. So I honestly appreciate you too. And what you're doing is amazing, and you just gotta keep going, honestly.
We'll keep going, bro.
Chopping out a bit, you gotta keep going. But I think that's it.
That's about it, bro. Thank you. Thank you to everyone for viewing. Grateful for you all. Thank you, Kedia. I love you.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Thank you, brother. Alright, take care, brothers.